Hey everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. We are in part 42 and it is Christmas Day, December 25th here in Australia. No doubt Christmas Eve elsewhere in the world. It is fairly early in the morning here, only, well, just hit 9 AM. So yes, certainly Christmas Eve for the rest of you. Of course I will be doing things with family today, but because of how I set up my recording times, I'm able to do things early in the morning, I suppose. It generally doesn't affect my day. It used to be the case that when I would record something, it would take up much of my day, or at least it felt that way for the reason that I would record at about midday. And then if I'm going for a few hours, it would be mid-afternoon by the time I was done. So, yeah, because I changed my sleep schedule entirely due to changes in my life, I am now able to, well, not just today, but as of the last month at least, I've been able to, more like 2 months, yeah, I've been able to just record early on in the day, and it feels as if I can actually do things during a day where I record. So that's one of the reasons, by the way, why I suddenly started uploading a whole lot more in a week. Previously it used to be maybe 3 recordings in a week. These days it's almost every day. And that's again because of the minimal impact that recording has on my day. But anyway, it's a rainy Christmas here. It's actually very overcast, and the lighting conditions may or may not reflect that. But, yeah, hopefully the lighting conditions remain consistent, that's all I can say, because when you have minimal lighting, it requires very specific chroma key settings and things of that nature, and lighting conditions within the room to facilitate visible Doomlink on the screen, so, yeah. That just means that we need consistent lighting. If it's gonna be shit, at least stay shit. That way I don't have to change things while live. But anyway, we're gonna be doing the typical thing that we do in Doomlink's Live Hunts, obviously, in this recording, and that is just doing random stuff. It is the live version of Doomlink's Random Hunts, which, by the way, does need to be added to more frequently than it is being added to. I had resolved to upload more for that, and I did my last recording of that like a week or, no, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't touched it since, so I'm being very naughty in that regard. Of course, Doomlink's Random Hunts has become something of a series that will be focused on, I guess, the older games. Not the super older games, like for example I do 3 Ultimate here, even though 4 Ultimate came out after, and I don't do 4 Ultimate in the live series, and the reason why is because there's too much downtime in the older games. I find it much easier to provide content that is edited for those particular games. So if you look in my earlier parts for Doomlink's Live Hunts, you will see that I was recording Freedom Unite, Portable Third, but you will also notice there was a lot of downtime. Not all the time, but when there was downtime it was pretty major. So yeah, I wanted to avoid that. Of course I'm using my joke weapon roulette set here, so I will change to something else. Just for now, what are we doing? I guess we'll just equip Elemental Gun Lance, why not? That's not to say I'm going to use a gun. Well, let's use a gun lance in the next hunt. Unless it's a hunt that really is not going to work well with gun lance. We'll see what happens. Everything seems alright with the live stream. I'm going to shift you to the side so you're not so much in my way. But yeah, everything seems fine for now. Hello, number 7. Good to see you. I don't see you around as much anymore, but it's good when you drop in. What are we doing? Lao Shan Lung. Well, why not? Haven't done Lao since I was last recording Hunting with Purpose, I think, with Sam, Tyler, and Ethan. So, yeah, why the hell not? And we may as well do Gunlance. Usually I don't go Blade Master for Lao, but I could do it this time around. Lao is weak to... For some reason I'm remembering fire, but I don't know if that's correct. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the armor again. This is what I always do when I want to check a monster weakness. Instead of looking online, I just check the armor, and that's one of the ways in which you can do it within the game. It's a situation where people probably don't appreciate when certain things are not displayed within the game in a clear way, but it has always been something you can do. As in, determine the weakness of a monster through the game without looking online. The way you do that is by checking the defense, elemental defense, of, or I guess resistances and weaknesses, for the armors associated with the monster. So that's what I'm doing this time around. We've got... I've obviously gone past it, because I'm not paying attention. Here it is, Auroras. So it seems dragon is the better element. I was right, in that fire is a weakness, it is the secondary. You finally got Generations Ultimate, it had one hell of a sale. Well, welcome to the world of Monster Hunter. It is your first time playing real Monster Hunter. So, soak up all the information you can. I would recommend playing guild style so that you don't end up learning something that will be abandoned in the next game. There will be things similar to styles in Rise, but that will be through the, whatever it's called, the wire bug thing. So, yeah, don't bother with styles just yet. I'm not saying completely forego styles, I'm just saying learn the weapon types with guild style, which is code for no style. It really is not a style at all. It's a bit of a misleading name, but, hello Lurpy. Ugh. Okay, so what are we going to use? Let's stick with elemental gunlance, why not? And, well, you know, I have two choices when it comes to gunlance, that's the point. Are we going to use this? Okay, we'll use this, I guess. This is a bit weird, I certainly can't remember the last time I used a gunlance against a Lao Shan Lung. So, there you go. Giant Dragon Invasion. So, what was I saying before? I was talking about something, wasn't I? Oh yeah. Generations Ultimate is a good first real Monster Hunter game. It's just the thing is there are ways in which you can play Generations Ultimate that really do not link up with the older Monster Hunter games, and that's by playing styles. But if you are focused on guild style primarily, you can get the traditional Monster Hunter experience pretty cleanly. So, yeah, welcome. It is the game in the series with the most amount of content, or at the very least the game in the mainline series that has the most amount of content. It has an incredible amount of content, in fact. So, I hope you enjoy yourself. When it comes to... I like how he's walking up to the door, wanting to two-man a fucking Lao Shan Lung. I don't care how strong you think I am. I'm not two-manning a fucking Lao. That's too much health. We're not settling for a repel, let me put it that way. If no one joins this room, I really will go and look for a different room, because I don't want to leave you guys sitting here waiting for too long. By you guys, I mean my viewers. What are we going to use? Carver High is not necessary for a monster that already has what I believe to be 8 carves. 2 carve zones with 4 carves. Used to be 3 carve zones with 3 carves. So we're getting 1 less carve, which is not really a big deal. I've just always wondered why they have certain monsters that retain their 3 carve zones, whereas others go back to 2. I don't really get it. Like Fatalis still has 3 carve zones, but Diamoralis, for example, only had 2. Even though Diamoralis is typically larger. Lao Shan Lung is typically larger. Well, typically? Obviously larger than Fatalis. Well, if you want to try out all styles, then go for it, I guess, but if you want my opinion, then you don't have to listen to it, but you should avoid the styles like the fucking plague until you've learnt how to use the weapon type in guild style. Seriously. Otherwise, you may as well not even play the game. But I have no reason to dictate to you how to play it, I suppose. Or I have no right. But the point is that every single style, well not every single style, but the different styles have different ways in which you use the weapon. The combo changes depending on the style. You want to have a basis that links up to all the other Monster Hunter games to work off when you play with a style. Because otherwise you don't know what the fuck you're doing with the weapon. It's too much information to take on board at one time, unless you're focused on literally one weapon type, then yeah, go for it. But if you're using different weapon types, stick to guild style, please, for fuck's sake, at least when you start. Once you get into G rank, I mean like endgame G rank, branch out if you want. I never did because I don't care for styles, but you need to learn with guild. And the weapon types, while they are fairly similar to how they are in World, they are different, so get the vanilla experience. That would be my recommendation. I'm not really impressed about... I'm not 3-manning when 2 of the other people are at this level, alright? Then again, Phantom's doing good damage. Joh, or Yoh, or Ho, is not doing quite as well with damage, but he's not doing terribly. Greatsword, Sword and Shield, Hammer, and Longsword. That's a good assortment of weapons. You know, some people just get one weapon type and use that, and only that. It's really sad. I've seen it many, many times. Back when I used to actually check people's guild cards when they sent them to me, I would just check them out, see what weapons they use. That's all I would really check. I would check to see what sort of weapon they enjoyed using. And sometimes, especially the really high-ranked people, all of the weapon types were really low down except for one, which was super high. I'm thinking, how do you get enjoyment out of that? Part of the replayability of Monster Hunter is about experiencing different weapon types, because otherwise, I don't understand how you can get to a Hunter rank and still enjoy yourself. You need to create your own endgame in Monster Hunter, and the very basic starting point for doing that is using different weapon types. So, I don't fucking get it. Some people are really odd. Because it's like, what's the point of playing? The whole idea of Monster Hunter is so you can experience the different weapon types. That's one of the things that makes Monster Hunter unique. In the sense that you have a lot of different weapon types, like a lot, that are extremely different from one another. Maybe it's a fear of learning something new, which is really silly to me because Monster Hunter is built on that. It's built on learning lots of different things. Again, it's the depth of that makes Monster Hunter special. This Joel guy really wants to go, and I really don't, because I don't want to... We ready? What the fuck do you think, asshole? We ready. I'm telling him to wait 2 minutes. We ready. I'm not sitting here preparing, I'm not mentally preparing for the fucking hunt. He doesn't have to wait 2 minutes. He can fucking depart with Phantom if he wants, doesn't bother me. But, yeah, I'm not... It's a Lao Shanlang. He has a lot of health, so I would rather have as much damage as I can going up against him. It's not a matter of it being difficult, it's just a matter of it needing to be a quick hunt, because it's already a fucking long hunt. So, if I can shorten the length of time with a 4th hunter, I will do that. Well, the thing is with this is not typical with hunters, and the reason why is because there are certain weapon types they just don't want to touch, and I don't really understand that. It's always confused me. You can see the weapon types that I don't really use though. You can see Gun Lance I don't really use. Shockingly, I have more uses with Hunting Horn than I have with Lance and Gun Lance. That should tell you something. But... So I guess that means my least favorite weapon types are Lance and Gun Lance. But that's not really true. I feel like I enjoy those 2 weapon types more than Hunting Horn. Hunting Horn is probably my least favorite of the Blade Master weapon types. I don't hate it. I like all the Blade Master weapon types, let me say that. There's no weapon type that I hate anymore. I really didn't care for Charge Blade in the past, but in this specific game, I actually got used to it. I didn't use Charge Blade in 4 Ultimate, didn't use it in 4. Excuse me, didn't use it in Generations either. But in the 3rd game that it appeared in, technically the 4th, you know what I fucking hate? When people go... When I act as if Monster Hunter 4 doesn't exist and only refer to 4 Ultimate, they want to say, oh, 4 Ultimate exists, or rather 4 exists. It's like, I know it exists, but it's not relevant to the discussion, because it was Japanese only, and it was just the high-ranked version of 4 Ultimate, so... When I say 3 games, yes, technically there were 4 games, including this one that had Charge Blade, but, as in up to this point. but it doesn't enter the equation because no one played Monster Hunter 4, and those who did were really bloody desperate in my opinion, because I remember when 4 first released, I was pretty disgusted by how ugly it looked. It was really fucking ugly looking, and the reason why was because everything that was recorded on it was from the 3DS, and what's crazy was that while the graphics, strictly speaking, on the PSP looked worse, the resolution of the recordings were better, and the graphics were expressed better on the PSP as compared to the 3DS, which made no fucking sense to me, and is one of the reasons why I hated the 3DS as a handheld console. It was so fucking ugly looking. Like, the actual gameplay that you'd see was so ugly and ugh, it's filthy. But you know what I really hate? These guys are unless this guy's going to use that. Oh, for fuck's sake! Someone just entered the hub. We waited all that time just for someone to join anyway, and now we're stuck here, 3-manning this fucking Lao Shan Lung. Both of them are Hunter rank 10. If this guy is going on this thing, then that's great. I don't bother with the siege weaponry. I don't bother with it ever. So, if someone else can handle that, then that's great. I was hoping they weren't expecting me to do that, because I'm actually going to do damage with my weapon here, if you wouldn't mind. But, yeah. And do heavy shot here. This is going to be my combo, really. I'm going to be sharpening so much in this hunt, I'm not looking forward to it. Can you fucking not? First attack, asshole! First attack and you're hitting me. Get a grip. Imagine being that stupid. I understand if during your combo you end up reaching me, because that's the nature of the longsword combo. It causes you to move really far and you have a long reach, but first attack and it's right on me. It's not hard. Unless you're dumb. Anyway. Hello, Corbin. Don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. Alrighty. I really hate it when he does this, because he has... Well, you need wind resistance to effectively do that, and I'm not going into the middle there because this fucking guy with the longsword. Now that I think about it, longsword is a really bad choice with a monster like this if you are using a weapon like Gunlance. So I can't go in there, I'm gonna get hit by my teammates. Okay, fine. Let's just do it. I probably should be doing heavy shots here. I will use Blast Dash momentarily. It's better to do it for extra damage, really. Now, I don't know if the heavy shot is affected by the number of shells that you shoot. My guess would be yes, because that's what logically makes sense to me. Hello, Ron. I'm just going to keep hitting the head until I break the horn. That's the reason why I'm doing it. I understand that it's not a weak point. I feel like I made a bit of a mistake doing Lao Shan Lung, because it was, at first blush, an interesting idea, and then I realised, no, actually I don't want to do Lao, because it's a long hunt. I've done so much Lao across all the games that it really is starting to get boring. I mean, this is the thing about Lao, I've said this before, but I've got no idea why they brought Lao back. It makes no fucking sense to me. What I've also said is that they would have done well too if they brought Lao back. Have him be an actual fucking hunt. In that he's going to be aggressive to us. And then we're not just going to be following him while he's running away. That would be really interesting. If you're going to bring Lao back, do that. But they didn't do that. Makes no sense to me. Must be nostalgia or something, but why get nostalgic over this fucking thing? I'm sure the people who didn't play the older Monster Hunter games were probably thinking things like, oh, I'd love to hunt Lao Shan Lung. Well, the solution is to play the older games. Sorry. Don't ask for shitty monsters like these to return just for your morbid curiosity. They bring back this fucking idiot, but not Yamatsukami, a monster that could actually have something done with it. Well, technically you could do something with Lao as well, but they didn't. They just kept it the same hunt, but made the siege weaponry a bit more interesting, which isn't good enough. It's not good enough to make the siege weaponry more interesting. Sorry. No, I see. You were asking about Dragon Quest swords. I do remember that. Well, it's not like many people ask me about Dragon Quest swords. That would stick in my mind, I suppose. What's that? Just getting Discord messages. I'm hitting the head, and the reason why is because it's consistent damage. That's... if I ever hit the head, it's for that reason. It's not because I think it's good damage, generally. I suppose we'll do Dragon Blast. I don't believe Dragon Blast does different damage depending on where you hit it. My guess is that it is indeed true damage. Do a Blast Dash in there. Heavy shot with maximum damage. And it looks like we've got another Wyvern Fire ready. Now is it... oh, we'll do it here. I'm not going to be affected by Tremor or Wind Press. Doing that. That's one good thing about... well, I suppose Gunlance is a good choice, isn't it? Because you can get into red really easily. So you're doing heavy damage most of the time. Is that a second break on the head? I didn't realize the head was a double break. It looks like you've got the head and the horn. Isn't that odd? I don't think it was always that way. If it was, then I'm not very observant. I'm sorry you've been missing streams, Corbin. Let's do a full combo here if I can get it out. Oh. See, I've got no idea if that made contact because he doesn't burn. Really? Your stupid neck hits me. But yeah, I think bringing back Yamatsukami would have made a lot more sense given that they had Nakakos in this game. It's just fucking weird to me. I don't understand the thought process. I'm sure it was something like nostalgia, but of all the things, you'd be better off bringing Shen Gaoden. At least that's a fairly unique design. And then, for the people who wonder what the skull on the back of Shen Gaoden is, that can be information for those who played the older games to know. Of course, the skull was Lao Shanlang. I've always thought it was strange, though, that the skulls that are used for the Carapacian monsters are always much larger than the actual monsters you come across in the world. Never made much sense either. Anyway, looks like we've finally lost our red gauge. I guess they can't keep it there forever. Would be a bit too crazy, wouldn't it? Too much damage. See, this Tremor. Maybe it's more like Tremor than Wind Press. Can't do my shot. Yeah, they probably should have brought them all. Looks like Joe is using the Destroyer or the Demolisher. I call it the Destroyer for some reason, it's the Demolisher. I believe. Bit of a better name than Destroyer anyway. If I can do mine while he does his, that would be pretty funny. I don't know if it's better to get it on the back. It's true damage. If it hits Lao at any point, it should be fine. It should do the same damage. Because that's what logically makes sense to me. Just shoot the damn thing. Do you have Dense Markol? What's he doing? You fucking nut. Not happening. Not two manning. That is not something that's going to happen. I wonder what happened. Maybe he didn't have a Dense Markol and was like, I'm done. And he just left. Bit of a waste of time, but at least I got to demonstrate Lao Shanlang. That's about, you know, that's the perfect amount of Lao Shanlang. Anything beyond that gets a bit boring, so that works rather well. I'm done with that particular hunt. It's a bit stupid. Alright, Hellblade, Glavenus, no. Help, Deadeye. Yeah, sure. Haven't done a Deadeye, Yan Garuga. a long time. I think I've only fought 1 or 2 ever, so this could be fun. What have we got here? We've got a fucking cat. Good thing I haven't eaten yet, otherwise I probably would have already thrown it up. Noah. Noah. Gotta go, says Levi. Merry Christmas indeed. Thanks for your support. What? Nightcloak, oh, for Christ's sake. How hard is it to just enter a room and just do the quest that's there? Or the one that's in the title of the room, that is to say. White Fatalis. No. I've done enough Fatalis recently. Cat leveling. Blows my mind. Anyway, Silver Nugget. Like, dear God, why? That's my response to cats. Dear God, why? Pitched Pinnacle Battle. Hyper Devil Joe. What's the name for? Like the room name. I guess he's very concerned by the fact that he needs to do Hyper Devil Joe, but it's not that hard. It's hard if you've got a room of idiots. But, well, hopefully he's not an idiot, because that would be a bad start. G Deviant Turns. Oh, I mean, we could do that. I wouldn't actually be opposed to that, because my issue with Deviant Turns rooms, or any room that allows for Deviants, is that they end up putting their fucking high-ranked Deviant quest on the board. I don't want to do a high-ranked Deviant. What are you doing? I saw what you had on the book. I don't think he was cycling quests with a Deviant hunt. That would be stupid. I don't know. Rusty. What is he doing? He had a Red Helm G rank hunt. It's like Red Helm G5 or something. I don't think he was. Maybe he. Yeah, whatever. By the looks of it, they had a hunt, and someone disconnected or something like that, and he's still in there. I don't know. He's probably at the abandoned quest screen or something like that. Rajang. Painted gold. Haven't done a Rajang in a little while. In a really long time, actually. Shit. It has been a long-ass time since I last did Rajang. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, it hasn't been that long now that I think about it. So is this hyper? No, this is just a regular Rajang. It's not gold, and it's not... Why do they name the quest Paint It Gold when it's not even Furious Rajang? I don't understand. Anyway, what do I want to use? I can use... well, obviously something that's going to catch up to him. I guess we'll use Dual Blades, yeah. Most toastiest mittens. That is for the joke weapon roulettes. Roulette set or series, whatever I was wanting to say. Alright. Getting a little bit more natural light outside. I've got an itchy arm. Blame the mosquitoes. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's getting a little bit lighter outside, so I might have to keep an eye on my webcam appearance. Should be alright for now. What are we going to eat for? Let's say defense large or defense high. The riser high. Defense large as the food skill. Okay. I think we are ready to go. Of course, any set, really, that uses the Hayabusa Feather will have somewhat compromised defense, but that's the idea of the Hayabusa Feather, you forego defense in favor of increased damage. So, it's usually how it is. Paint it gold. Lady arrayed in gold, okay. So this is the typical area where you would fight Rajang in 4 Ultimate. And I remember doing Rajang in 4 Ultimate, there were a few quests that I would do for him. Because in 4 Ultimate, Rajang's armor set was incredibly good. Incredibly good. It was a honed blade set. And it was amazing for mixed armor sets. Just using those pieces. Well, I thought I rolled through that, but obviously I didn't get the roll off. Oh, I wasn't expecting a double when he was... I guess it's 3 when he's enraged, and then 2 when he's not. I need to try and get my charge up. I typically go... With 4th generation Rajang, I usually go Gunner. So I'm not that comfortable getting close to him. Mainly because of things like this tremor. Bullshit like that, you know. It's actually really nasty. I don't know how I'm going to get my dual blade charge up. Because in the time it takes for me to go demonized mode, he's already moved. That's one of the issues with dual blades in general against more mobile monsters. You know, you would think that with a weapon type like dual blades, I've talked about this many times before, but you would think with a weapon type like dual blades, given that it is high mobility, you'd actually be able to go up against fast monsters very easily, but it's actually not that way. I actually nearly got hit because I was flinched by the gunner. But in actual fact, no. When you need to use demonized mode to get your weapon charge up, you're kind of forced to be... Oh shit, I did not mean to climb there. But you're kind of forced to stay in one place for a moment in time to get into demonized mode, obviously. And for some monsters, by the time you have gone demonized, they're gone. Ooh. See, I can't see fucking anything. Okay, listen. One thing that is incredibly important to note is that you do not flash monkeys. Now, this is something that no one seems to fucking understand. No one. What people do is they flash a monster like Rajang, see that while flashed, all he does is run around, do big slams on the ground. It's terrible. You don't want to flash a monkey monster. And people will do it, and they will not learn from their mistake. They will continue to do it. It's not just that so many people haven't done it before, and so they don't know not to do it. It's actually not that way. What happens? See this? Big spins, he'll do slams, he'll jump around the place, he doesn't stay still. There is no reason to flash a Rajang. It does not help, it only makes him move randomly, which means it's harder to actually predict his movements. What a waste of time that was. None of us even got a hit in, apart from probably the gunner, during that flash. So it was pointless. Now, this is the crazy thing. See what I mean? This person, after witnessing how ineffectual that flash was, has not learned. He goes and tries to flash again. This is exactly my point. You would think that flashing the monster once would be enough to teach you not to do it. Not only is it a matter of people just not having common wisdom, they don't even have the mental capacity to observe and learn. Now, this is not unique to Generations Ultimate. This is just something that you will find across the board in this community. I'm not particularly intelligent, alright? But the people who play Monster Hunter in this community are so fucking stupid that sometimes I'm shocked. Now, that seems about right. It's always when I'm shitting on people that I die. Happens every time. But, like, just fucking observe what you're doing. Seriously. I was getting a bit ranty there, so I wasn't paying attention to the hunt at all, but seriously. It's not fucking complicated to just observe and learn. But they don't do that. It's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. It's a waste of time more than anything. Because this is the thing, with a flash, in that moment when the flash is going off, the team can't fucking see what's going on. Now, when you're going up against a monster like Rajang, who is moving really, really fast, you need to have your eyes on him at all times. If there is a flash going off, there are moments where you can't really see properly. And that's really bad. So if you're not getting a return on the inconvenience for the team, then it's just an inconvenience, that's it. And then beyond that, not only, even if we said that, I nearly abandoned right there. I nearly abandoned because I can't believe this person can be so fucking stupid. No, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't even mean to screenshot. I'm not playing with someone who's that fucking dumb. I'm not doing it. Yes, I died, so fucking what, it happens. That's not the point. This guy is clueless. He doesn't know how to fucking play, clearly. Clearly doesn't fucking know how to play. Unbelievable. What is my minus 12 thunder res? But you know, how fucking stupid do you have to be? What's incredible, again, is that I was literally in the process of explaining that people don't learn through throwing a flash and realizing that it does nothing. And then it happens right in front of us. And he throws flash after flash after flash. Now, what I was saying before was that even if throwing the flash didn't do anything, it would be a detriment to the DPS of the team. Now, beyond that, you can actually get hurt when a Rajang is flashed because he's actually pretty aggressive. If you try to attack him while flashed, you're going to get hit more easily because you can't really see what he's doing. So not only is the process of flashing harming your teammates because they can't see in these split moments when they might be about to get attacked by Rajang, but also if you try to attack the flashed monster, you're going to take more damage. It is literally the dumbest fucking thing you can do against a Rajang. I do not ask for you to know everything about the game. All I ask is for you to observe what happens in the hunt. What could you possibly be doing in the hunt other than looking at the monster and seeing what it does? That is the whole point of the game. It is a game where you are fighting monsters. You flash a monster, you observe it. Is this beneficial? Instead of observing what happens, this guy has this preconceived notion in his head that throwing a flash is good, even if it's clearly not helping. It's just incredible. It makes no fucking sense. And this is the thing. It is not unique to that hunt. It is not unique to that hunt. I have seen this in every community that has ever played a Monster Hunter game since Rajang was first brought in 2nd generation. Every generation of hunter in this game fighting that monster, no matter what generation of Monster Hunter it is, no matter what community it is, they do this, and they do it over and over and over again. They don't fucking learn, and it's ridiculous. It makes no sense to me that people could, en masse, be so fucking stupid. Wake up, please. Wake up. I need to fix my lighting a little bit. Alright. Just want to make sure it's not too bright, because I have to have my chroma key settings be really, really strict, I guess, to ensure that it actually works. Okay, a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm having a great Christmas already. It's just incredible that people can be so stupid. And this is the thing, you guys are probably like, oh, what's the big deal, Doomlink? There's always those people. What's the big deal? I've been seeing the same thing for 10 years, alright? 10 years of the same fucking shit. People who can't play the game properly. It's not game sense. It's common sense. Observe. It would be a different case entirely if it was simply lack of experience. It's not actually, as literally as I was explaining just before it happened, it's not a case of people not having tried it and not having yet learned. It's a case of people doing it, literally having a monster that is not better flashed in front of them, and then going, I'm gonna do that again. and doing it again, and again, and again, and again, for every hunt they ever do with the monster for the rest of their hunting career, never having learnt that actually it's not helpful, even though it couldn't be more clear. It couldn't be more clear! Blows my fucking mind. Boggles my mind. What the fuck? Okay. I actually consider myself to be a casual. Now what does that make these people? Idiots? Just idiots, I guess. Yeah, not casuals, just actual stupid people. I don't know. Ugh. Hey Spaceman. Thanks for stopping by. Can we get a hunt where people aren't stupid? That's all I ask for. Seriously. And the reason why I say I'm not intelligent is because people probably think that it's some sort of, I don't know, like I'm putting myself on a pedestal when I shit talk the community. It's not like that. I'm just putting them down. That doesn't elevate me. Maybe by comparison, but that's not the intention. It's just people are clearly not fucking competent at the most basic of things in this community, and it's shocking. It's fucking shocking. We need to work as a team, right? But if you cannot even engage your brain, it makes it hard to work as a team, doesn't it? So things that perhaps shouldn't piss me off as much as they are, do piss me off because it's a cycle of the same shit every fucking generation. You know, people bringing Blade Master Dragon weapons to Elatrion hunts, that's always happened. People don't learn. They'll never fucking learn. Then again, it's better to bring, it's not as bad now as it was in Try to bring a Blade Master Dragon weapon. Okay. Help Shanlung. Is that his new name? Instead of Lao Shanlung, it's Help Shanlung? Yeah, it is almost impossible. It's fucking impossible. I'm not even asking for, like, good play. I don't see, you know that I don't sit here criticizing my teammates the whole time. If people do dumb shit, I might make a brief comment on it, something lighthearted, and laugh it off and move on. It doesn't bother me. But when someone actually wants to jeopardize the entire hunt and not learn, I don't know, not jeopardize, but just make the whole process painful for no real reason. Okay, so we are 42 minutes in and have yet to get a successful hunt, so that's kind of concerning, isn't it? Okay. And yes, that's basically the situation number 7. Well, it's not like, yeah, I'm sort of at a neutral point and they're just going down. That's the concept. Yes, exactly. I suppose, ooh, 2 cats. I was about to join the room and I've suddenly decided that that will not be happening. Nana bread? What? Small human. I hate that shit. I can type properly, it's not funny. Okay, Sea Kitty Sharky the Vampire. Ooh. Turnos. Yeah, let's do this. This could be, of course, Turn's rooms are in high demand. Turn's happy face. Well, it's not really a face, it's just the eyes, you know. Okay. The Dude. And Dark. I like names like that. Bit simple, just dark. Rust Razor G5, why the fuck not? At this point, I just want to do anything. I will go... Actually, that's probably not necessary to... What should I use? I think I will go Pierce, but... I guess I'll do this. Rust Razor G5 is actually one of the easiest G5 quests that you can do of the Deviants. So... yeah, how's my defense? It's actually good, that's right. I keep forgetting, rather. Or keep having to remember again that I have good defense with this armor set. One guy died 4 times in a hunt. I'm sorry to hear that. Imagine that guy. Poor bastard. Well, at that point I barely feel sorry for him. Let's do this, says the dude. That's code for I'm impatient and I want to depart now. Or maybe he actually just means to be encouraging, it's possible. Just most people who use that are basically saying let's go now. Take it easy. Okay, do I have enough? Yeah, I'll have enough ammunition. I'll be able to use Thunder level 2 against Rust Razor. Oh god. I accidentally joined a room with 3 cats and they all had weird names like Furry Lover 69 or something, and my god, I physically couldn't play and quit for the day. Oh dear. That's funny. So, I don't think I have any demon shot. No, I don't. Don't wake it up. I'll place a bomb. Okay. So, are you sleeping immediately? Or are you just sleeping? He's obviously got sleep coatings, so... if you want to go for the sleep, then that's fine. So what is the first monster? It's Gravios, isn't it? You're gonna sleep the Gravios? Why? I would have thought the Gravios would be kind of resistant to sleep as well, seeing as though he can produce sleep himself. Whatever. Now that I think about it, we probably should have brought smoke bombs. Well, maybe someone did, I didn't personally. Is he shooting poison? What do you mean you're going to put him to sleep? I'm confused. Maybe it's someone else who has poison? I don't understand. Anyway, I'll just watch for the sleep. I usually notice sleeps anyway. Well, I always do, to be honest. I've never had a situation where I have woken a monster out of a sleep unless I was stuck in a combo of sorts. Yeah, this guy's shooting poison. Maybe he's just generally saying the monster is going to fall asleep at some point. Don't hit it out of it and let's bomb it. Which, yeah. He's not really going to help the people who would have hit it anyway. Because they're probably not going to notice whether you remind them or not. Which is sad, but you know. Uh-oh. Okay. Got Gunpowder Infusion 3, of course, for the longest time. Oh, I rolled the wrong way. Should have tried to roll through it. But yeah, as you probably know, for the longest time I only had level 2 for Gunpowder Infusion. Finally had level 3. Can go for crouch fire here. And I also hate how it's a very long... It's a very long, I guess, vulnerability period. It's a long flinch period, we'll call it. But, at least we can get the head here. That's a good thing. As long as we can get part of the body. Doesn't really matter where we hit. As long as we hit something. Because he was in the lava, basically. That's why I was concerned. Oh god. Connection's not looking too good. I will definitely have to... well... Whoa, I'm getting hit. And the reason why is because I had to fix my chroma key to make sure... oh no, here we go. Of course the sun comes out without fail. Doesn't matter how rainy of a day it is. The clouds will part and the sun will shine through. So that I have to fix my lighting in the middle of a recording. Always, always, always. And you guys can attest to that. You can attest to that. It always happens. Doesn't matter. You know, people should, when they see a rainy day, be like, oh, I hope Doomlink's going to record today. Because that means the sun will shine. The rain will immediately stop as soon as Doomlink starts recording. Fuck's sake. Get out of there. Can't believe the tail managed to get me there. It's kind of crazy. Use First Aid Med Plus. What the fuck am I gonna do? I really don't have an opportunity to... Oh, let's get on the wing here. It's gonna be a good pierce zone. In the sense that I can get maximum pierces. Well, I'm kind of fucked now, aren't I? My lighting is well and truly fucked. Okay, get going. Looks like I made the appropriate change to... Ah, someone's got smoke bombs, that's good to see. Has he been... Oh, he's been engaged. I bet it was the gunner. I bet the gunner fucking shot him. I wouldn't doubt it for a moment. We need to focus very aggressively on Gravios right now. Uh-oh. Of course, it's very annoying when a smoke bomb has been dropped and then someone hits the monster, because you end up having to deal with the monster plus lack of visibility. It's really annoying. Hurry up and fucking die, really. This is going to be a serious problem otherwise. Oh, you put him to sleep immediately. God, he must be weak to sleep. That was taken care of very quickly. Oh, he's almost dead. I'm kind of surprised that it took so long. Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity to at least turn off my room light. Alright, that's gonna be slightly better. Because I can't really do much else, you know. Are they really carving right now? Well, I guess they've got an opportunity to. Let's get gunpowder infusion. I don't have bombs to place for this, so just have to stick with that. Or stick with shooting him without bombs. Whoa. Hey, that's good. Piercing right through the head, through the body. Very nice. Whoa. Right on target, Mr. Glavenus. Roll out of that fire. Just top up my health a bit there. Because when you are a gunner, you do need as much health as you can in case a very heavy hit makes contact with you. Okay, gunpowder infusion. Now, the thing with gunpowder infusion is that it really is risky to use it in most situations, because it does take a very long time to complete the animation, so you are quite vulnerable for a while. Alright, this is your chance to redeem yourself, Dark. Let's see what you can do. It'll be a shame if you drop him there. Oh, he went into the... yeah, so that's one unfortunate aspect to mounting a monster there. But, or at least no, that was an issue in 4 Ultimate, where the monster is actually taking damage from the heat there, and that counts as hitting the monster out of a mount. But that shouldn't happen in this game, because hitting the monster during a mount actually topples it faster. So, did he fuck it up again? Or did the monster glitch out? Because I think that can happen, where the monster glitches out. It didn't look like a typical failed mount, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Looked like a glitched out mount to me. Well, the clouds have truly parted now. Fucking hell. Oh. No, 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 no. That was me trying to get away from the last one and then almost rolled into the second one. That would have been the problem. So I'm shooting all my Pierce for these monsters because I will, indeed, as I said at the start of the hunt, have Thunder level 2 to use against Cyanotol. But I am hoping I can have a bit of Pierce level 1. How about I shoot my last Pierce here and I'll shoot normal for the rest of this particular confrontation. I don't think this is going to last much longer. I hope not, anyway. I had someone deliberately ruin an Elatrion hunt a while ago. Back in 3 Ultimate, this must have been 3 or 4 years ago. I was shit-talking something he was doing. Like, it would have been really bad, because I typically don't shit-talk people, or go out of my way to do so. I might do it while live, but I don't do it in-game, you know. But this guy was doing something really dumb, and I talked him down for it, and then what he did in protest was he used a Thunder Hunting Horn. Now, if you know anything about Elatrion, the one element he's not weak to at all is Thunder. And this guy is also using a Hunting Horn. He didn't play any songs. If he did play a song, it was a meme song. It wasn't like a real, effective song. And he just basically did nothing the whole hunt. I think we still killed it, but if we failed it would have been because of him, basically. I don't really need Glavenus stuff. So I think Cyanotol appears about here. About here. Now Rust Razor, you don't really want to fuck with him at G5 for the reason that he's kind of damaging, but it is still one of the easier G5 hunts, as far as I'm concerned. I apologise for my Rajang outburst. I'd rather... This is the thing, like, I feel most of the time when I record Monster Hunter, I'm getting really pissed off about something. I don't ask for that. I'd love to be able to play Monster Hunter and just enjoy myself the whole time, but... yeah. People piss me off. What can I say? Where are you? I'm assuming you're appearing just over here. I was dead wrong. Don't know why I thought it would be over there. Just remembered wrong, I suppose. Oh, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It's been a little while since I last did Rust Razor, so... I don't have fucking stamina. I was too busy looking at my health to make sure it wasn't going down from heat or anything like that. So I ended up shooting with an empty magazine. Oh. Oh, you certainly did, Potato. That was one of my biggest rants I've had in a while. It was about flashing Rajang. And how people do it repeatedly, even if it's demonstrated in the hunt that it's a terrible thing to do. They just don't learn. They don't observe, you know. So I basically freaked my shit. Because literally as I was explaining it, a guy started doing it. Man, it was crazy. Come on, Dark. Can you actually do it this time? Is he gonna fail it? Whoa, we got a successful mount, guys. Shocking. Just shocking. May as well do. Gunpowder infusion here. Oh, it looks like it's going to sleep again, is it? According to the dude, anyway. Oh, look out. This is dangerous. This is danger zone. Oh, never mind. Cyanotol thought better of it. Apparently. I'll be getting my Pierce out now. I don't think flaming... No, flaming wouldn't do anything, really. Not against this guy. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't you fucking do that. What are you pinging for? Sleep is about to happen, I guess. Sorry, says the dude. If he's apologizing for pinging accidentally, then that would be a fucking first. I like the dude. Funny name, but... seems like a actual sensible hunter. Try to get through the leg. I'm trying to make micro adjustments and it's not working. Maybe Cyanotaur's resistant to sleep. I haven't memorized the status resistances of monsters at all, so I really don't know which monsters are resistant or weak to things like paralysis and sleep. So I'll pierce through the shell for the weak point, if it's even worth doing that. Oh, he apologized for fainting twice. Well, I haven't even noticed. Oh yeah, the dude died twice. It's interesting that you guys noticed that. I really wasn't paying attention. Don't know why. Maybe he messed up his sleep because of that. He wasn't consistent enough. So it's lost its effectiveness. Or the build-up has been lost. Well, it's fine, because the dude, I believe, is the one doing paralysis. Oh no, I think Mew Mew is shooting paralysis. Yeah, he is. He's got the Congalala light bow gun, which, by the way, is the only gun in the game, or at least one of the only guns, that has Dung Shot level 2. I think there is actually a Dung Shot level 2, which is hilarious. Well, I said that this was one of the easiest G5s, but it still took 15 minutes, so I've definitely done it faster than that, but... Or maybe I'm thinking, yeah, that's right. Rust Razor is one of the easiest EX hunts, I think. Maybe that's what I was remembering. But, yeah. That's that. My hair is being considerably uncooperative today. Where are your eagle eyes? Well... I do, recalling back in my mind, I do remember seeing the feints, but I didn't register them in my mind at all. Didn't really bother me. Okay. Is this specifically a Rust Razor room that I'm in? I don't think it is. It's something else. It's like... we'll find out. Apparently they're doing a different hunt in the next quest, or the next quest is going to be a different one, so... we'll see what it ends up being. Yeah, that is very fucking annoying, Potato. Okay. That was the first pleasant game of today, yes. Thankfully. Has to happen eventually, right? Alright, what is our next hunt? I'm quite open to whatever it is, unless it's something really dumb like Atulkar, I'm happy to do it. Well, I say really dumb. Atulkar's not really dumb, it's just that I have no desire to hunt Atulkar at all. What have we got? Well, that's fine. But what do I want to use? Maybe Pierce Bow. Woo 150, says the dude. Well, he plays better than most people at level 150, I'll tell you what, or Hunter rank 150. Which is not necessarily talking him up, it's just talking down the typical Generations Ultimate player. So, we want to do this. Or would we rather do Thunder? Maybe we'll do Thunder. Because I hate having to... This thing has 4 charges. Yeah. 4 charge levels, and I'm forced to go to 3. I don't really like doing that. I'll just do it, doesn't matter. But yeah, I prefer not to be forced to aim for a charge level that is not the max, because the idea is that if you are aiming for max charge level, it means that you can hold your arrow in position while avoiding a monster for as long as you need to. Whereas, if you're in my situation here where you have to specifically aim for that, level 3 out of 4, you can't just hold your charge, basically. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Ultra Lucky Cat. She's good. What am I missing? Bombs. That's what I'm missing. I knew there was something, so we're going to need to get coatings. I think this thing shoots power level 1. Power level 2. That's crazy. Look at the stats of this thing. And I can also shoot power level 2, and I think there's elemental as well. Elemental level 2 and power level 2. This is such a good bow. I love this thing. Okay, I do have Mega Dash Juice. Good. Because as I think I've mentioned, I had builds for all, or rather, armor sets for all of my bows, like load up and regular, or I guess load up and non-load up, for every single arrow type. And then I remade them all because they had stamina skills. I decided that I would rather just use Mega Dash Juice for my stamina. Because that way I could have better armor skills for the set in general. Because when you're getting things like Marathon Runner, it usually doesn't match up well with other skills in a mixed armor set context. So, yeah. This was better off. My skills here are Critical Eye +3, Pierce Up, Focus and True Shot Up with Bio Researcher slapped on as an additional skill. Because I could. Alright. Oh, thanks for the ping. Mew Mew. Alright. So again, have to go for the level 3 specifically. I've already missed it. Oh. Kind of awkward, as you're about to see. I'm not doing charge shot because that'll be a heavy shot. It's just going to be like this. Oh. I'll just position myself nicely for the raw flinch. I do hate this part of the Devil Joe confrontation. It's so boring and annoying. I'd rather not have to deal with it. Where he does that, where he sort of rears up and does that attack. It's very frustrating. Looks like Dark is... Oh no, I thought Dark was anticipating a sleep, but he's not the one doing the sleep anyway. Doing very classic style bow right now, no... whatever they're called. Charge shots? No, not charge shot. What is it called? You know, the thing that true shot affects. Shockingly, they did not interrupt sleep. So of course, not many people know this in the modern generations, I don't know why, but you want to get the multiplier off the bomb, so I throw a paintball away from the bombs to make sure the first hit is from the bomb. Because it's double damage off a sleep. Oh, not a fucking... Well then again, if Mew Mew was the one being attacked there, I suppose it was a good thing that a dung bomb was thrown. My natural reaction, however, is to be annoyed when someone throws a dung bomb, because then we have to chase after the fucking monster. Oh, there we go, that's very good. I've only got triple volley too, so I'm not going to use it in this situation. I'd rather just get good piercings with dragon damage. I'll catch you later, Potato. Oh, Dark is mounting again. Can he do it? It's the question of the day. It's the question on everybody's lips. Looks like he's going down. Well, the monster's going down, that is. Which is what you would hope. Of course, I don't want to waste coatings hitting the monster just to get the monster to fall down faster. It's mostly to ensure that I don't accidentally hit monsters while playing 4 Ultimate. But I don't touch monsters during mounts because 4 Ultimate taught me not to. You know. It makes more sense that a mount would not be interrupted by people attacking. I don't know why I thought that I would avoid that, but I did really feel like I'd avoid it. Just managed to get hit by that face. But yeah, it makes a lot more sense that the teammates assisting by attacking versus, you know, the mount failing because the teammates attack. So I would say that that's a good change to the mounting system. I'm not entirely a purist. Not in all situations, anyway. I'm assuming he's going to do a jump. No, he's not. That's probably a... whatever it is, a Savage Devil Joe move. Although I do think regular Devil Joe does it too. Anyway. I've not been using triple volley. I've not been using tactical retreat, although I will use tactical retreat if I have it in mind. I haven't had it in mind, actually, so I'll try to think of it. I'll identify a good time to use it. Fortunately, it wasn't hit by that. Well, what I mean is that fortunately, I wasn't affected by the tremor. That's what I meant by hit. Hit sounds like a physical contact matter, whereas that's not what I was trying to communicate in that moment. What are you pinging for? Oh, a shock trap? That's not going to last, my friend. It's going to last a fat 3 seconds or something like that. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Was it worth it? Maybe. I do like tactical retreat. It looks great, doesn't it? It's got a nice, clean look to it. Oop. That's so annoying. He managed to start that attack just too far to my right, so I couldn't roll out of it. Maybe had I rolled more aggressively, I would have gotten away from it, but typically he will start it in a more ideal position for you. My meaning being that he won't be that far to your right side. It's so annoying. I hate that fucking attack. It usually doesn't catch me, but it definitely caught me this time. Oh well. I think someone ate for insurance, yes. So that's a good thing. That's the problem with Hyper Devil Joe. If you're going ranged, no margin for error. Actually, I'll do a triple volley, why not? Get that on target. There we go. Also in line for regular Pierce. Well, I was expecting a proper roar. I don't know why. You'd think that I'd know that he doesn't do that, after having fought so many Devil Joe. Ooh, I was worried that I'd be hit by the finishing angle where he sort of goes behind him. Ooh. I was prepared to do tactical retreat. I'm now out of coatings, but that's alright. Still be doing good damage. Okay. Well, I was going to do tactical retreat through that. Every time I go to do tactical retreat, turns out I don't need to. Oh, the dude. The dude. Was he the first death? He was. Oh, the dude's not having a good time. I can get him there. That is quite within the realm of my capabilities. Oh, that is a limping. Hey, we've done really well. That's actually pretty good. I mean, Hyper Devil Joe has a lot of health to keep in mind, so it's very easy to get a limp 10 minutes in, but we are doing quite well. I'm impressed with the team. Good job, guys. The dude has died twice, and I've died once, but that's okay. Well, it won't be okay if we die once more. That's going to be absolutely not okay. So this time you could see I was a bit more... I was further over, so I was alright. It's just really awkward positioning. That time that I got killed. The dude is not feeling good, no. Well, I don't think anyone would. It's very dark, do forgive the lighting for being anything but consistent. Oh, that arrow went straight through. Mew, don't fuck it up, man. Oh, don't leave, come on, man. Get him, cue him. He hits a threshold, by the way, when he digs. He cannot be killed while digging. That is not a thing. Do I raise the brightness of my room? Or do I just wait for the fucking sun to do its thing? Questions. Questions. Okay. Sort of a race to see who can get there first, and I'm definitely coming last in this race. I'll set a trap. Are we just going to capture? I guess it is safer, isn't it? I guess it is safer. I hate capturing hyper monsters, but it is better than... Are we going for the capture? Oh, Dark is trying to... Oh no! That is kind of shocking that no one went for the capture. I'm genuinely shocked. Nice work, guys. Good team. Well, it's safe for now, Corbin. It's safe for now. I just can't believe that it was pouring with rain when I started, and as always. Ugh. Alrighty. So I did get a message from a friend of mine in Colombia, wishing me a Merry Christmas. I will respond to him now while I remember to do so. Alright. I wasn't really eager to fight Hyper Devil Joe, I'll tell you that much, but it worked out reasonably well. Although, again, had the person not eaten for insurance, we would have actually failed, so there you go. That's my 14th Devil Joe crook. That should give you an idea of just how many Devil Joe I've had to fight in this fucking game. And the reason why is because you end up needing every single piece of the XR armor set for both Blade Master and Gunner if you intend to have good mixed sets, because Assyrian XR and... Is it Assyrian XR? Or is it... Maybe it's just Devil Joe XR, whatever it's called. But the idea is that it's a very, very good armor set, so... But it's specifically designed to be for mixed sets. That's what XR pieces are for. The dude has given me his guild card. Alright, the dude. What have you got going on here? After your performance, I must check. Oh my god, that's creepy. Okay, So what do you... See, guild cards like these make me sad. This guy is what? Hunter rank 150. He has not touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapon types. Hasn't even used them once. Breaks my heart, man. Anyway, oh, and a guild card from Dark. See what Dark has been doing. Dark. Okay. Even worse in this case. Always makes me sad when I check other people's guild cards, I'll tell you what. Anyway. I don't know what our next quest is going to be, but I'll hang around in here, I suppose. Unless there's nothing more to hunt, and these people want to move on. Oh yeah, sure. That's my guild card. Oh, I don't know if someone said something, or if someone joined, or if someone left. I've got no idea. But yeah, let this guild card give you an indication as to how I feel about cats. My first use with the cat was to try it out. That was in Generations. I carried my character over. And the other two were arena hunts that I needed to do if I wanted to get specific coins. Might be Uragan coins or something like that. So, I have only once ever used the cat of my own volition. So, there you go. Dear God, why? I'm not doing it again. It's the same quest. Backwater battle. I don't even know what that is. I never know what these quest names are. Very occasionally I'll remember, but for the most part, no. Okay. Oh, I really don't think I want to do a hyper Diablos, but that's fine. If we must, then we shall. KO King and Liam. Okay, so what should I do? I seem to go Ice Light Bowgun every time I fight Diablos, but really there's nothing else that I'd like to use except for perhaps bow, but I just used bow. Okay, we'll use bow again, I guess. It'll be Pierce Bow. I think it's non-load up. And Elder Frost Marksman. Yes. Now let me see if actually it can go to level 5 on the load up. It's possible. If that is the case, then we will of course go load up. What have we got? No. So we do want to just be regular load, or non-load up. There you go. Excellent. Mega Nut. Wow. Just don't be doing it during the quest. Mega Nut. Alright. Reminds me of, well, Shepard from Social Dissonance. He used to call me Nutlink. That was my nickname. So I guess I have some sort of affinity to Mega Nut. Should we go insurance? I think so. Let's go insurance. Alright. Let's go and drop that in now. Let's go and get the hell out of here. Or enter the quest. I don't think I can use coatings with this bow, can I? I am fucking wrong. We can use level 2 for both power and element. Let's get them now. Very important. Don't want to miss out on that damage. Oh, and level 1 for element 2. Okay. I like this bow. It's freaking good. Look at it. Oh my god, he's only ever played Cat, and he's at Hunter rank 800? What's the point? You know, at that... Oh. I need to fix my chroma key. No. Jesus. Lighting's not good. I have to fix it. Oh, Oh shit. Well, this is stressful. Alright, where are you, Diablos? There you are, shit. Managed to make do, somehow. Okay. How... Yes, this is the charge that I'm doing. Now, fortunately, I don't have to specifically hold off max charging this bow, which is good. Oh, thank God he pinged. I don't know what the team would have done. I actually don't know what the team would have done without that ping. I think they would have been completely lost. They would have walked around the entirety of the map, not realizing where the monster would have been. So, thanks, Mega Nut. Doing the team a huge favor. A shock trap. I hope it gets destroyed. Come on. What is KO King shooting at? Maybe the Apsaros. You know what? Yes, he's shooting the Apsaros. Good on him. Apsaros are pretty terrible. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny Diablos now that I look. This one is small. He's a frickin' tiny Diablos. I was spending so much time freaking out trying to change my lighting at the beginning of the hunt that I didn't really take the time to realize that this is a tiny Diablo. Has to be Gold Crown Small. Cannot be too big for Gold Crown Small, because they can't fucking get smaller than this, sure. Alright. Well, the strange thing is that it doesn't seem to be part of people's natural hunting instincts to check the position of their teammates and see if they're engaging a large monster. People don't seem to do that. It's really odd. I don't understand how you could play without doing that, but it seems that people don't. Because occasionally I will have hunts where everyone's on the same page except for one guy, and the one guy is just running around the map like, where's the monster? Whereas the rest of us are actually engaging. And it's not a case of the guy just doing his own thing, and someone will eventually ping on the team, and then he's like, oh, and then he comes to us. It's like, what are you doing? I don't understand. And how can you miss the fundamentals of online play? And the guy wouldn't have been a super low hunter rank. This would have been in G rank level. It's where most of my hunting takes place, so I don't know, really odd to me. Doesn't quite make any sense, actually. So again, I was going to use light bowgun here, but I realised that I usually go ice light bowgun with Diablos on camera, so even though I'm using bow twice in a row, I'd rather go bow here. Oh, that's right. I'm out of the habit of doing my power shot. That's what it's called, power shot. Typically I do power shot, it's just that because I wasn't doing power shot previously, my mind had reverted to old bow from older Monster Hunter, from before power shot was a thing. So I was out of the habit. But of course I do have true shot up on this set, so it would be kind of silly not to be doing power shot. Also, I do have infinite stamina. So, yeah, it would be very silly not to be doing power shot at this point. I just totally forgot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm trying to scratch my face, leave me alone. I have itchy face syndrome. The funny thing is that Hyper Diablos is actually not too difficult to deal with for the reason that he sort of does that lead-up attack because of his hyper nature, and it's enough to really allow you the time necessary to evade his running attacks. It's kind of weird. They almost take away the whole difficulty of the monster. Oh, what you doing? You're gone. Okay. I don't know if he... I'm guessing he went that way, but let me Psycho Serum just in case. Oh, he went all the way down. I wasn't too sure. I always bring Psycho Serums because I never commit to memory the rotations of monsters. I don't know why. Oh, he's gonna ping, he's gonna ping, he's gonna ping, he's gonna ping. He didn't ping. Because he's not Mega Nut. If it was Mega Nut, you would have gotten a ping, guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Without one question in my mind, he would have pinged. Even though the whole team was heading that way. He's just one of those people who likes to ping, I guess. And I'm one of those people who hates pings. You know. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. I can't really explain it, really. Other than to say, I just don't like it. Maybe it's because I'm so cynical. Alright. Best thing about going ranged, of course, with the Diablos is that you don't really have to chase after him. You have to chase after him a little bit to get in critical distance, but you don't have to go the whole way. You don't have to actually get right up to him. There are certain monsters that I don't bother going Blade Master with, and Diablos is one of them these days. Sometimes I go Blade Master in the older games with Diablos, but got a little bit greedy there. That's why I took a nice heavy hit. And we'll go Mega Potion, obviously. Just to save time. Oh, got red SP. That will assist me. Okay. Oh, hold on. I have to go and take care of something. I'll be back in just a moment. I was just receiving an update on the family situation with Christmas celebrations. Okay, so of course I always carry a Farcaster. I don't know about you guys, but for me a Farcaster is basically a required item. Alright. And the reason why is because not only is it sometimes useful to use Farcasters to almost take a shortcut to a monster by going to the camp. I find that to be a pretty major use of Farcasters. But also, if you suddenly need to disappear from the confrontation, you've got what you need to do that on hand. Alright. I'll probably do one more hunt and then we'll finish up. I believe... Oh, now that I think about it, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't broken the horns at all. Ugh. I guess I haven't been aiming for the horns at all, so if I'm not aiming for them, I can't be expecting other people to aim for them necessarily. But really, I would say that there's no real reason to kill a Diablos unless you've broken both horns. It's almost like a waste of time, you know? Because you want the chance to get the rare horn. I think we're all aiming for it now. Now that we've seen one horn break, we're thinking, oh, let's try to get that broken. Didn't happen, sadly. Oh yeah, all's good. Just getting an update on when people are arriving and things like that. And we'll probably need to set up pretty soon. Alrighty. So... I can't quite remember what this room was. Was this like a turns room, or was this specifically Hyper Diablos? Unfortunately, I can't see room info while I'm inside the quest, so I'll have to wait until I get back. I just can't remember. Should have gone for the head. Well, the head is actually interestingly an elemental weak point. While it's not a physical weak point, it is an elemental weak point. Oh, that's right, there's a tail sitting in that room over there, but forgot about it. Oh no, I did carve it, that's right, because I saw the exclamation mark. That's one of the best things that they introduced in Generations. It was the exclamation mark to signify the position of a cut tail. You know, that's one of those things that you can really vouch for as a change in the series. It's little things like that that I can appreciate. Other changes are a little bit unnecessary, but stuff like that, absolutely. Really good. Because it happens all the time that I will leave something like a tail behind because I'm so focused on hunting the monster. That's one of the reasons why I do find myself noob carving tails from time to time. It's not because I really need the tail now and can't wait until the monster changes areas. It's usually the case that by the time the monster is going to change areas, I've already forgotten about the tail, and then I walk past it because I'm focused on pursuing the monster. Happens all the time. But having that exclamation mark on the screen, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not doing that. That quest is going to take way too long. If I can get a nice quick hunt, I'll do that. But if I can't get a nice quick hunt, then I will finish up the recording here. Daniel. Who the fuck is Daniel, and why have you named your room after yourself? It's a bit odd. Oh, here we go. Arena Allegiances? I'm guessing this is another... Oh, maybe this was the room that I was already in. Shit, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? If I just rejoined the same room? I think I did. I did. I'm stupid. They're probably thinking, God, what's going on with this guy? It's a good question. Turns. Different turns room. Deadeye EX? Well, I'm not doing that. That's not a quick hunt at all. It takes me Zitsuneta Tango. That's hyper. Don't really want to do that. Ya boy. Charms. Well, I don't really want to do that. Did a lot of that. Mugiwara. Straw Hat. Hyper Rathalos, no. Recruit. Dear God, why? This guy's been going for a while. I do hope he's managed to get a room together in all this time, because every time I've checked, it's just been, you know, 3 out of 4 people. Christmas. Kirby. Okay. A bone to pick. We'll have a look through the rooms one more time, and if nothing seems quite appropriate, then I'll finish up. Stuff. Diabolical Deluge. Or Deluge. You can either say Deluge or Deluge. I prefer Deluge. But, because Deluge sounds sounds odd. Yes, I did get a large Wyvern gem, but the reason why I didn't comment on it is because I think I have like 50 or something like that. I'm past the point where... Well, the thing is with large Wyvern gems is that they're really not impressive. Wyvern gems in Tri, really rare to get, and quite... Oh, of course. Seems about right, doesn't it? These people never wait. They're never interested in waiting, in fact. What? This is a... Oh, it's a high... No, it's not a high rank. Huh. Okay. Well, fuck you guys too. Sounds about right. But yes, my large Wyvern gems... Oh, well, I have 74 actually. This is why I didn't comment on it, you see. But anyway, I think I'm going to finish up because, I mean, that would have been a good hunt to do, but they didn't want to wait for a 4th, so it's a bit unfortunate. Anyway, I do thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a good time with your family or whatever you might be doing on Christmas. And I'll see you next time I'm recording Monster Hunter or anything else that you might be interested in watching of mine. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.